Estelle? Yes, yes, I'm awake. How did we do? Are we back? I'll take that ocean breeze as a yes.
Navigator, you slept like a corpse.
Ahoy there, Marley. Glad to see everything's back in order. Always move forward.
It's nice to see you among the dead again.
Likewise, Marley. So, everything's back in order?
Aye. The world is restored to what it was.
What happened to Ignatia and the time sword?
Ignatia tied her soul to that twisted dream of hers. She was destroyed with it. As for the time soul, I believe it is returned to the depths of the below.
Excellent. I'd say that's Mordecai's wish fulfilled. Now, what say you we head back to Morrow's Reach and gather up all that gold?
Unfortunately, the rest of the captain's treasure has disappeared as well.
You're joking.
I have a hunch where it went, but we can deal with that later. First, we have to discuss the matter of your further employment. I told you once that I do not need a navigator. It is clear that I was mistaken. You freed us from Ignatius' clutches. You solved the captain's riddle with us. You stood with the crew as they faced their past, and you saved me from myself more than once. In light of this, I find it only reasonable to raise your cut to the initial proposal. Then again, 3 shares carries with it a certain responsibility. A cut like that is more befitting of a captain. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, Marley. Is that a proposal?
You will be my captain, yes?
What do you say, crew?
Captain, there are a few things we have to discuss, when you have the time.
I like these odds.
Good news. Faint traces of the captain's gold have appeared all across the timeless shores.
Excellent. We'll fill your holds with plunder yet.
There is a catch, though. It's not only hidden in the present, but in the past as well.
Explain.
I believe it was scattered by the Time Soul, woven into history and circumstance.
How do we get to those hidden in the past?
My contact with the Time Soul has expanded my powers. We can now revisit our previous adventures without fear of changing the present. But to gain our prize, we must accomplish certain feats. Challenges, if you will.
A treasure hunt across time and space. I like it already. I'll be there soon. Always move forward.
Is that the captain's mirror? I sense only an empty frame.
The shards are made of pure memory.
Ha! Very well, Mordecai. Show me your plans.
Teresa, if you're hearing this, I'm most certainly dead. Remember when we made that bet who of us would last longer? I hate to open old wounds, but I can't take any more chances. Not this time. You'll get through it, old gal. You've seen more than most of us. Time to look back.
That old codger. Trying to charm me with that. Well, hand over your test mirror. I don't have all day. I see something. A statue. A right? Oh. No, he didn't.
What's wrong? You don't seem the type to back down from anything.
I refuse. Take someone else.
If we do not pass the mirror's tests, the treasure will remain lost forever.
Don't say Mia. Fine. If I can even remember. We must set a course for the Iron Bay.
What's waiting for us there?
With luck, someone who will help me on the trial to come. My journey on the Maiden's Path.
I'm here.
Oh, I see.
The sea flows through me.
A ghostly pleasure.
What is it now, Pincus? Peter Nameless don't like the black moss?
No, they were happy about it, but had already used up most of my reserves. Do you think it possible to grow more of this?
Let's look. Sure, I can grow more of it, no problem. But I need a favor first.
They stood eye to eye, barely twitching. Would they come to an accord? Nobody knew.
I take that as a yes?
Please do. Yes.
Great. I've recently fixed up this skelly, and I need you to check if it's all there up in the old noggin. Ah, break time.
So you want me to get
the
into the
youth has it
mind
easy
of
these
this
days.
skeleton here?
And follow a couple of instructions, yes.
That won't be a challenge.
Great. Now move around a little bit.
Right away. I must say, Sir Lady, it's quite endearing being part of your little experiments.
Aye, and there's more I need you to do. Lift that crate over there.
Lifting? Is that really necessary?
It's very important, Pincus.
Ah, things of importance. That is, of course, where I excel the most.
Now, how does that feel?
It is rather heavy.
Heavy? Ah. How would you describe the heaviness?
Sort of the straining kind.
All right, thank you. Carry it over there, please. It's, essential to my research.
Ah, essential, of course.
Good job, Pincus. Could you perceive the very essential experience you just went through?
I mean, considering its essentiality, it was, of course, quite marvelous. Carrying that extraordinarily heavy crate around.
Great, thanks. Now, there's a couple of lamps I need to snuff out.
Lamps? Really? Isn't that something an actual skeleton could handle?
Nah, they only light the lamps. I want to see if they can smother a flame in case of emergency.
Ah, yes. You never want to be underprepared for such eventualities, of course. Now, how was that?
Huh?
The lamp. Didn't I douse it very gracefully?
Oh, yeah, you did.
You're sure you need me to repeat that?
Aye. Might seem stupid to you, but repetition is crucial in science.
Ah, I of course knew that myself. I just wanted to see if we were still on the same page.
Sure we are. Grand. Now, one last check. Your auditory functions. Ask old Gertrude how she's doing.
Oh, are you truly convinced that this is necessary? I mean, I can hear you quite clearly.
It rounds off the experiment. Wouldn't want to put all that work in jeopardy now, would we?
Ah, oh, well, no. Let's get to her then.
And remember, I need you to really listen to her.
Greetings, Gertrude. How are you doing today?
Ah, Teresa. Finally, somebody decent enough to ask this old figurehead how she's doing. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. 3 weeks ago, a turtle was nibbling on my rib cage, and nobody heeded my calls for help. Just because I don't feel it, it doesn't mean it isn't there, you know.
Definitely. You see, I have to...
And then these charlatans, Pete and the Nameless One, they send their little creatures over here teasing me, like I'm some kind of scarecrow. If I were a couple of centuries younger, they'd crumble at the thought of mocking me. And do you know how long I've been asking the Marley to sail backwards just once? She's not the one forever pounded by waves, is she?
Ah, all of that sounds horrible, Gertrude. I didn't know you were facing all these difficulties.
Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Getting all that off my chest already feels rather wonderful.
I'm glad I could help.
Need something, matey?
What
can I do
the
you
taste
for?
of it. Now, what are the results of the experiment?
3.53.
3.5. Is it possible, Sir Lady, that you've just mocked me?
Oh, entirely possible, yes.
So talking to old Gertrude was part of that sham, too?
Somebody has to listen to her once in a while. Get some of that weight off her soul. Chin up, Pincus. You did a good deed today. Now hand over that tobacco and be patient.
You know, 6 chapters of my memoirs are entirely devoted to my patients already. I was actually considering whether...
And done. There.
That was quick. And that's twice as much as I had before. Would you be willing to describe this process in detail to me?
Really? Including all the big science words?
Especially them. My memoirs are desperately lacking a scientific perspective. And I don't know if that sort of thing interests you, but now that I've got that much tobacco, I'd happily share.
Yeah, why the hell not? I've been working all day. Here, Gimme. Now I know why you wanted to get that back. Now, on to the process. First, I had to get the soul energy structure of what you gave me. Wasn't much left, so I had to pull a few tricks or it would have been a bust. And that's how I did it.
Astounding, really. How have we never talked about all this before?
You never asked.
It seems it's equally important to listen to you once in a while, then. Ah, you've given me much to write about. I'll have to withdraw to my study to put the finishing touches on this chapter. Thanks again, Sulady.
See you around, Pincus. And don't forget that copy you promised me. Autographed and all.
Ah, don't worry. That request is already part of my memoirs. A new chapter in my memoirs. It's often at the end of my chapters when I have the strong urge to rewrite its title. As it turns out that no one day in the life of a pirate is like the other. On some days you may be robbed and swindled of your belongings. On others, you'll possess a skeleton to collect moss with the texture of bird droppings. But on the best of them, you learn about the endless intricacies of soul energy structure and seed multiplication. And, most importantly, spend time with your astounding crewmates who make this adventure all the more exciting.
My soul is razor sharp. No second thoughts, eh?
Where to, Captain?
The flames of the Iron Bear within sight, White Crow.
You may have noticed that this island is a place of cleansing both matter and mind. Scripture dictates that a sanatorium must stand on the highest point, just as the cleansing pit must lie at the lowest. Somewhere in that sanatorium, I must find my confidant on the Maiden's Path.
Why here of all places?
I don't know. Call it intuition. We'll listen in on a few conversations. I'll know when something's worth our interest. Now choose our landing.
Ready to fly.
Von Presswa, at your service.
The future calls.
So what is your test exactly?
I must walk the Maiden's Path. An old rite, meant to remind us of our purpose. Guided by a confidant, I will visit a holy place to cleanse my soul at the Maiden's beacons.
That sounds rather unhealthy for a cursed bag.
available?
You don't know the half of it. But one impossible task at a time, eh? First, we must find a servant of the maiden who doesn't shoot us on sight.
So exhausted. Stick them with the pointy end.
Is it the weather?
Let's hope not. Not today.
One less soul to taste. I much prefer festivity. So
I've seen it before.
please bother someone else. Achtung, nothing I can't afford.
Oh, look! The quartermaster is on the prowl.
Big problem? Bigger solution. This is where the fun begins.
I have spent many days recuperating in places like this.
This
Seems rather
definitely
nice for the
was my
Inquisition.
last ride.
What's the catch?
There is none. This harkens back to the maiden's earliest decrees. Measure is unceasing. Fighting the curse inevitably leads to corruption. This was built as a place to heal body and mind before either falls to madness. Though some here seem beyond help. Let's hear what the lost preaches to the mad.
They brought him in last week. Eyes burned.
He walks like no blind man.
The Inquisitor.
Are you sure? He's just an old blind confessor.
I've seen enough blind men to know something's rotten here.
If there was corruption in him, surely our Udex would have seen it.
The curse can be devious. We will see the truth once the prognosticator is through with them.
Did I hear mention of a confessor?
Aye, and a blind one at that. Exactly what we need, I'd say. Let us find a patient register and locate the man.
Aye, measure is unceasing.
I cleaned his wounds. The eyes are gone.
I smell the stench of corruption on him.
Finally, I can see what we're looking for.
The administrative building. We'll find a register on the top balcony, as per the grand design.
A new chapter in my memoirs. Likely a poor choice. Let's change perspective. I have the distinct urge to judge someone right now.
Let's hope not. Did I?
They brought him in last week.
I've had the most interesting of...
J'écoute! Hold on tight. Aye. Don't get too comfortable. Bourgeois!
Too many interruptions today.
The landing could be a bit rough. cautious, but it's still going to hurt. Bien sûr.
I cleaned his wounds. The eyes are gone.
I smell the stench of corruption on him.
Well, I was going to clean my canal anyway.
Something's not right. Can't you?
As you command, perhaps you... Canal ready. Sure as the storms. Don't mind the left.
The maiden.
A fine shot.
Oh, we have arrived. Dicho y hecho.
I can't sleep.
No matter. The prognosticar has it planned.
Once more onto the beach. Ah, the register. Will you have a look, Marley?
Very well. Confessor, confessor. I have him. Admitted 4 days ago after a pirate raid. Eyes blinded by cursed influence.
Where is he now?
He was summoned to the garden for questioning by a prognosticar.
We'll cut that meeting short. To the gardens.
She has my hands these.
Let fate be our
Time
judge.
is moving fast.
No blind man.
And when was the last time you visited a sanatorium?
I am a confessor. I visit where the maidens serve.
No, no, let the hands work on their own.
The stench of corruption on him.
Your soul bears the stench of heresy, Confessor.
I am shocked, dear prognosticar.
That must be the objective?
I will speak to the confessor once we've taken care of the prognosticar and his lackeys.
Can you still impersonate a pious servant of the maiden?
In my sleep.
Remain here.
Ah, that's quite the range.
Repeat to me what happened.
My dear prognosticar, must we go through that again?
Your future hangs in the balance of your words.
We should
Cursed king raided us during mass. They slew my
The White Crow stands ready. No mercy given.
Ah, you'll be judged by one of your own. That's going to be a shot to remember.
Let's
get a better
Strange.
Hide if you must.
The longest shot.
Oh, the
Impaled by the Inquisition's justice. That won't be a challenge.
Your way remarkably well for a blind man.
Isn't the beauty of the design?
To see the world with different eyes.
And when was the last
Nothing I can't afford.
I am a
I'm unimpressed.
Your soul bears the stench of yours. Not yet. Until I can determine how your affliction eludes our senses.
Ah, so you don't sense anything. In that case, I shall happily remain here.
sleep. It's in my bones.
It's been a while.
I presume that's so exhausting.
No, no, let the hands work.
They brought him in last week.
He walks like no blind.
My dear prognosticator, must we go through that again?
Your future hangs in the balance of your words.
Very well.
I knew this would come. Change in position. Let the future come.
Honest work calms hearts and hands.
Surely I can interest someone in a little tale. I think I've exposed myself to the flame too strongly. What is the maiden's advice on that?
Strange. My verdict is final.
Careful! The host's instincts are taking over! Careful! When I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Longs for your cursed soul.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Flesh. Oh? Cursed hands have taken this life. Flame protect me. A dead body. Fire will guide me.
Pirates! Try to hide. I'm not fully in control. I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Ah, the better part of me.
Careful!
My
When I
soul.
get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Your sacred task. Well now.
Otra ronda.
Smell your rotting flesh.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
With kind regards.
Hide if you must. It'll change nothing.
Good for you.
Oh,
Never
this fervent fire! I must hunt you down.
Iron judgment. I can judgment.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Ah.
Careful! When I get you, there is nothing I can promise
Justice
I
is
won't
harsh.
do.
For desperate times.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down! Try to hide, I'm not fully in control. I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can! Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
It's done.
Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
My strength returns.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Ah,
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down! Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
My dear...
Apologies, is anybody hurt? It seems I lost myself there for a moment.
During Mass, they slew my congregation, then took my eyes.
Teresa, para servirle. Once more onto the breach.
I can still hear it.
You are finding your way remarkably well for a blind man.
Isn't the beauty of the design that all complexes are arranged similarly?
And when was the last time you visited a sanatorium?
I am a confessor. I visit where the maiden's servants need me.
Teresa, ready to serve. Let fate be. I am your executioner.
This soul will do its own bidding in a moment.
For desperate times.
I can't hold myself
for
back.
your skull.
Hide if you can.
Let's get a better view.
Is it there?
What?
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down.
I pray for your soul.
That
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
your soul bleeds.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Find you, abomination. I shall
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
show your...
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down. Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Eyes of a prognosticar. Your presence distorts...
I assure you that was just as unpleasant for me.
Your soul bears
Your
the
crimes
stench
are
of
severe.
heresy, confessor.
I am shocked.
Cursed attacks! I see my...
Ruin my coat. Less trouble for everyone.
The verdict is clear.
Of course, I've done it. Fabulous.
Not my problem.
Hello? Prognostica? Are you still there?
Let me speak to him. Maiden guide you, Confessor. The prognosticator has other duties to attend to.
Ah, yes. Always busy, as is his calling. May I ask who I'm speaking to now? My eyes were taken.
Teresa, long-serving member of the Ordo Mensurae.
Ah, the venerable Iudex. How fares your part of the design?
Measure is unceasing, Confessor, which is why I am in need of a confidant.
You wish to walk the maiden's path. Now that is an old-fashioned request.
I am an old-fashioned sort.
Why come to me? Surely there are other confessors.
My schedule only permits a brief visit to Gran Alcazar before I head for Cartagena. I fear all the confessors there will be occupied, considering the recent pirate attack.
A reasonable assumption. Very well. I'm happy to be of assistance. When do we leave?
I will sign your release forms, then come pick you up. Now, let's put him to sleep.
What about the release forms?
Don't be ridiculous. The crow flies.
Best not forget, yes?
Nothing to do with me.
I've seen it happen.
Honest work calms hearts.
And Marley at her finest.
Who was? It went into.
I stand against the tempest.
Nightmares.
Perhaps a confessor?
Quelle surprise!
Oh?
À bientôt.
Wie Sie wünschen. A new chapter in my memoirs.
Feel my hands.
Aye. Something strange is in the air.
I cleaned his wounds.
I have to get a new coat anyway.
Corruption on him.
Smoking right. A bit of change.
She took them. Just snip them away.
The burdens of nobility.
J'écoute!
Through the flames, death comes to meet you.
The fire long.
Please bother someone else. I need new scenery.
Measure.
How dare you?
Calculate.
Wait.
Rectify.
Have you forgotten your sacred duty? I shall
Mensura.
report this.
Calcula. Rectifica. The maiden's judgment awaits, creature.
Mensura,
I can smell
calcula,
your rotting flesh.
rectifica.
I stand ready.
Good. We've driven them back to the below.
Hello? I'm waiting. Report. Your task demands it.
Still breathing.
She
Still
has my
sane.
hands. These aren't mine.
I, or whatever it is they say. Whom will I taste this time?
The future calls. Aye, Binkers, playing pretend as usual.
He walks like no blind man I've ever seen.
My strength returns.
Something's not right. Can't you feel it?
I can't sleep. It's in my bones.
I cleaned his wounds.
To
Eyes up.
each what they
I
deserve.
smell the stench of corruption on him.
The infidels warned us about the cave.
Where did the time go? This can't...
Why not use my power?
Dicho y hecho.
Is in the air.
Surely the Udex would have seen it.
No matter. The prognosticar has him now.
I can't.
Change in position.
I can't feel my hands.
I see where this is going. Time not final.
If you need to ask, you can't afford it. Good. My tobacco was getting stale.
Not my business.
Like tasting wine.
A wolf in Inquisition clothing.
She took them. Just snip them away.
Good. Now we carry him back to the Marley.
Sharpshooter, his absence will be noticed eventually.
Let it. We'll be long gone by then. As for him, we probably spared him the choice between penance and the fire.
And what shall be done with him once your test concludes?
We will cross that bridge when we get there.
I cleaned his wounds. The eyes are gone.
I can help if you let me.
I have to get a new
The
coat
White
anyway.
Crow stands ready.
Greatness personified.
Teresa, para servirle. Treasure this moment, Marley.
Tell me now.
Let fate be our judge.
I can't
Another scar. Judgment is at hand.
Having is
The
better
work
than
is
wanting.
done. We return.
Snout
fire will guide you to
You're wasting precious time, pirate.
The maiden's judgment
Come forth.
awaits, creature.
It's your
I won't acquiesce to this, but I think we earned ourselves a few cups. At
The Confessor is safely on board. Let's pray he doesn't catch on. The future calls.
Sharpshooter, a problem requires your attention.
Does it now?
One of the skellies was found on deck, motionless.
Someone is using them for target practice again?
No, it's not waking up. You should investigate.
I'll take care of it. The crow flies.
Do you have any idea where the rum has gone?
Please, I abhor the unrefined stuff.
Let fate be our judge. The scene of the crime. Let's see what we can find. Once more onto the beach. How fares our confessor?
A mild headache, but otherwise blissfully ignorant. So what does the maiden's path entail?
Walking in the maiden's footsteps. Her rise, her trials, her suffering. There will be fire involved.
Sounds remarkably unpleasant.
Back in the maiden's time, the fire was a tool, not the object of worship it is today. Ever since we lost the maiden's guidance, it has twisted the Inquisition into a bunch of fire-crazed lunatics. And now, I must bare my soul to this eldritch parasite. What was Mordecai thinking? It's done. The victim. Skeleton, normal build, all bones accounted for and intact. Hey, you! Doesn't react to sensory stimulation. Its soul remains. Let's get a better view. A table? No other mugs? Victim drank alone. Change in position. Broken mug on the floor. Likely the victim's. The deck is damp with some of the contents. It didn't finish. The salty air and the soul-infused wood of the marley should have cleansed the dampness right away. That was not mere rum. This drink has been tampered with. Current evidence points towards adulterated rum. I'll have to convene with Pete and the Nameless One. They're the ones overseeing the distribution of rum rations. Through the flames. The future calls.
Pete! Look. Huh? What? It's the crow! Don't you see her? No, I don't see anything. Wait, no, that's not me. She's the blind one.
Very entertaining, as usual. Business is going good?
Good? Tell her, Pete. How are the numbers looking? Most of them are round. Others are a bit squared at the moment.
Oh, I'll make it short for you. We've got poisoned rum on deck. You're the ones responsible for the rum's purity, so I'd advise you to cooperate unless you want to stand trial.
A trial? Please, no. Nothing is longer than a trial.
I'll let the Marley know about your testimony. I see where this is going. Welcome on board, Confessor. Anything you need?
Thank you. I am quite well, though I can't seem to remember quite how I got here.
You nodded off in the carriage. We had to carry you on board.
I do have a sound sleep, it is true. I'm quite glad to be at sea again. What type of vessel is this? So far, I've yet to smell incense or hear the sound of prayer.
You will find all those things on the lower decks.
I see. I shall let one of the acolytes guide me there.
Sharpshooter, I refuse to have incense burned on my lower decks.
Suck it up. It's a miracle he hasn't caught on yet, and it's a long way to Gran Alcázar. I've seen it happen. Judgment is at hand. Greetings, ship.
What have you found, Crow?
Can we cut through the act where you pretend you haven't witnessed all that's happened here?
Do you notice every itch and every scratch that irritates your skin?
I do.
Please, indulge me.
The victim drank poisoned rum.
Oh, Pete and the Nameless One are involved again. It was a rash call by the captain to make them oversee the rum.
Well, it was either them or our well-trusted quartermaster.
Sometimes you're stuck between a lull and a treacherous stream. I presume you've talked to them already. What did they say?
They're concerned with the length of the trial and the shape of numbers.
Just what you expect from them, then.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I also took the mug that held the afflicted fluids. I'll have to investigate it more, which will take time. I'll get back to you once I've found something.
Let's see what's out there. I like
Set a course, Captain. I have transported the Confessor to Gran Alcázar.
Now, we don't have his luxury of walking around unmolested. Make sure we are not disturbed. Then I will speak to him and begin the rite. In theory, we will visit 3 beacons across Gran Alcázar to conclude the rite.
And in practice?
No cursed has ever walked the Maiden's Path. Whatever happens, will happen. Now, choose our landing, before I regret this.
No surprise, really.
I thought you'd never ask.
Let's get a better view. Let fate be our judge. Silence descends.
Aye. The expected outcome.
My qualities are needed. I have to get a new coat anyway.
The court is in session.
I follow the plan. A taste of death.
Oh, I can't stand their babbling. My time is not to be trifled with. Your memories are much appreciated. A ghostly pleasure. My pockets are endless. Nothing I can't afford.
Strange noise.
Let's peruse some minds.
Indulging yourself on Presswald?
Yes, let the fire be their judge.
Still breathing. Still sane. Through the flames. Iron judgment.
What is that?
That was
This soul will do its own bidding in a moment. Here.
Well, now.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
My judgment.
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down. Ha! Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Mensura!
Mensura!
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
Rectify!
For desperate
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Crow flies.
Make that noise.
The fire will guide me to you, fiend!
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Rectifica!
Smell careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't
Once
do.
more until
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
To the pyre! The fire!
for desperate times.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you
Send you my
can.
research.
What horrid thing made that noise?
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
I can smell your rotting flesh!
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Future calls.
The fire longs for your cursed...
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
I will feed your carcass to the pyre!
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Ha! I
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can. Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down. I got caught up in the flame there.
For desperate times.
I'm here. Simple.
I can't hold on to my soul anymore.
Our objective is clear. The salving of energy should do the trick.
Well, I suppose I'll have to move again. How to put this? Stick them with the pointy end. One less soul to taste. Likely a poor choice.
Good taste.
It is I, the great von Presswald. Whom will I taste this time?
Quickly.
How dare you, worm!
Ready to serve.
Ah, finally, that's a mind worth perusing.
My sight reaches far.
You'll never reach my rank like this.
To each what they deserve.
Swift justice.
I'm losing control. Grant me the strength required. May its call ring true
Teresa,
now.
ready to
Guide
serve.
my hand as I
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control. I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
All right, no. Measure. Who was that? Calculate.
My strength returns.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Guide me to you.
Once more.
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
I longs for your cursing.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
No mercy given.
rectify.
Let's get over.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
Send you my resource.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Maiden's judgment awaits, Trigger.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't
Iron
do.
judgment.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Fire long
Who was
All
that?
right now. Who was
My
that?
judgment awaits.
Good for
Oh,
another
this
shot.
fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
Fire will guide me to you.
One bolt, one life.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
There is danger in the air.
Otra ronda.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Kind regards.
Will guide me to
Through the floor.
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down. Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Ensura.
Justice is
I
harsh.
can't hold myself back. Hide
Judgment
if you
is
can.
They made that noise.
Oh, how I will enjoy purging.
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
right now.
They made that noise. Is that?
And it destroys what's left.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can. Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Fate will be our judge.
Well, we have here.
Fire long
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Now we fight as one.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can. Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
Tear your soul
Oh,
apart.
how I will enjoy
Ensura.
purging.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
The maiden's embrace shall be denied to you.
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Disturbance.
Good for
Careful,
another
when
shot.
I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. Try to
crimes
hide. I'm not fully in control.
Returns.
That was out of tune.
There.
The flame will devour your remains. Your soul
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can. Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down. I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
your weapons dull again.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control. Apologies. Is anybody hurt?
Such brute methods.
Change in position. I am your executioner.
I got caught up in the flame there.
Once more onto the breach. The verdict is clear.
Swift justice.
Let the future come. The fire hungers for us. The future course.
Who was that?
Oh?
Measure, calculate, rectify. We will feed your carcasses to the Maiden's
fire.
judgment
Ensure,
awaits, creature. Calcula, rectifica. We will feed your carcasses to the Maiden's judgment awaits, creature.
Anyone hungry? A refined decision.
I can smell your rotting flesh. Measure, calculate, rectify. We've driven them back to the
The
villa.
fight begins. The dish takes shape. Very traditional.
Otra ronda.
I am the blade. Simple. Hesitation is defeat. My galley is the battlefield. Add some spice.
The court is in session. Through the flames, my verdict is final.
Cut through the shadows.
Ah, the better part of me.
Hey!
Best not forget, yes?
I cannot lose. I follow the plan. The heart is pierced. Balanced to perfection. Our objective is clear. It will be done. Move with speed.
Teresa, para servirle. Changing position.
I'm here. A good starter.
I knew this would come. One bolt, one life.
How long has it been?
This soul will do its own bidding in a moment. Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Hides from the eyes of a
The
prognosticator.
maiden's judgment awaits, creature!
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
You abomination, I shall witness your
The maiden's judgment...
I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can!
Towards the future.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Good for another shot.
Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
Judgment is
Who
at hand.
disturbs my
The
sacred
world
task?
returns to blessed order.
Measure!
All is as
Calculate!
it should be.
Rectify!
Show yourself,
Mensura!
so I may correct your vile
Calcula!
existence.
Rectifica!
Mensura, calcula.
We will...
I assure you that was just as unpleasant for me.
Measure,
Ha!
calculate,
I can smell your
rectify.
rotting flesh!
Show yourself, so I
Measure.
may correct your
Calculate.
vile existence.
Rectify.
Mensura, calcula, rectifica.
The shadows have fled. The design is maintained.
Still breathing. Still sane.
Move like water.
I see.
Yokai!
Why not use my power?
In a moment. Aye. Very easy. Simple. A good starter. My galley is the battlefield. A refined decision.
There is only one verdict for you, pirate.
The fight
That
begins.
image. This one should be burning still. I cannot move from here. The design demands it.
I follow the plan.
Calcula.
A single strike.
Measure. Calculate. Rectify.
Quickly. I'm here. Move like water. Blood and silence. Very traditional. Hesitation is defeat. Slice and dice. On my way. That's some spice. Our objective is clear. Let's try a new recipe. It will be done.
My strength returns.
Move with speed.
The verdict is clear. A record of the past. I see where
This is the...
I am your
I'm
executioner.
losing control!
For desperate times.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Show yourself!
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
I will find you, abomination.
If you're in that bush, make sure you get away now! Try to hide, I'm not fully in control. My qualities are needed. I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can!
He has ended. Order is restored. So be it.
I got caught up in the flame there.
My sight reaches far.
No!
Less trouble for everyone. Nothing I can't afford. The burdens of nobility. I like the taste of it.
To each what they deserve. Dicho y hecho.
How many new acolytes with the last ship?
Ready to serve. Good taste.
My time is not to be trifled with. Good. My tobacco is getting stale.
Why not?
Ghostly pleasure. That won't be a challenge. Ein Schwert. Smoking right.
I have the new orders for supplies.
Who has authorized these?
Visi Vincen. Eyes on the prize, everybody.
The beacon of revelation. First step on the maiden's path. Let's make sure we are not distracted.
Need someone to tend to the
Yes, playing pretend as usual. The fate beyond death comes to greet you. Good for another shot. I knew this would come. Dia Cuervos. The future called justice has been granted. Ah, the better part of me.
10 custodians
Teresa.
ended their tasks.
Ready to serve.
Send a message to the order.
The crow fly. I am your executioner. Otra ronda.
Let me remind you.
How many new acolytes with the last ship?
40. Their tasks have already been assigned.
Pitiful creatures.
seen it happen. My verdict is final. My strength returns. The fire hungers for us. Justice has been granted.
It's no maiden's fire, but it still must burn. I shall not move from this place.
Ah, swift justice.
I much prefer festivities. Of course. Let's blow my cover. Who didn't hear that? I'll do what I have to want. Such brute methods. So exhausting.
The court is in session.
Let's
Through the
not forget.
flames.
Yes.
Confessor.
Ah, Teresa, there you are. Is it just me, or have things gone strangely quiet around here?
I haven't noticed. Shall we begin?
Of course. Let me see if I remember the words. Dearest maiden, mother of flame, who suffers for us eternally to keep the darkness at bay. Today, her child Teresa has come to walk in your arduous footsteps. This humble confessor will aid her on her path. He will hear her regrets and ease her suffering. Step forward, Teresa.
Maiden, I come to you bare and helpless as you were when you found the fire. May the flames reveal the darkness of my soul. Maiden, help me. Oh! In the name of the maiden, I judge thee guilty. I cleanse my doubts with fire. I am reborn. Well, well. What is this now?
Teresa? Is everything all right?
Yes, Confessor. It has just been a long time.
Well, if you think you can carry on, shall we head to the next beacon?
Go ahead. I will rejoin you shortly. Marley, what are these shadows?
The fire has destabilized your cursed soul. It has manifested echoes from your past.
They must be destroyed. I can feel it. I must use my power. Fire! Iron Judgment. We are mankind's shield against once from nothing she lifted me. From weakness she shaped me. I am her humble servant. Ah, yes. I remember the foolish girl I once was. That's what we all were. Fools, lamenting that we'd been thrust into this terrible lost Caribbean. Until the maiden discovered the fire and became our beacon.
I presume that's going to hurt. You look...
How long has it been?
Such hassle.
Preparation is key.
Shall obstruct
Vagatta.
holy mission.
Skewer the heart.
The White Crow stands ready.
I cleanse my doubts with fire. I am reborn!
Let's get a better view.
I am but an instrument of her design.
It's quickly done. It's done. Where to?
I can help if you let me.
I cleanse my doubts with fire. I am reborn!
I've seen it for desperate times. A bolt for your skull.
From corruption, she shielded me. From darkness, she spared me. Her fire lights my path.
After years of futile struggle against the cursed, the fire became our salvation. We reveled in its power, ignorant of the horrors it would make us into. Even before we lost the Maiden's guidance, we had already doomed ourselves. Let us continue to the next beacon. Our friend is waiting. Once more onto the beach. Change in position.
At your command.
I see where this is going.
I'm surprised you still remember all this, Dagmar.
How could I forget? I was there from the start. I saw the Maiden temper our strength, liberate the poor and oppressed. I followed her call to the first Purga Magna, eager to drive back the curse. I witnessed the Spanish envoys take all we'd built and throw it into the fire.
I have to get a new coat anyway. Good snout. Eyes on the prize, everybody.
The beacon of judgment. The second of 3 steps on the Maiden's path.
Somehow I expected there to be more.
The main path includes only 3. Revelation, judgment, and suffering.
Well, at least we won't be here all day.
I stand ready.
Nothing I can't afford. Like tasting wine. Rare sight. Self-indulgence. It's mesmerizing.
Teresa, para servirle. It's done. With kind regards. Through the flames.
I heard that.
Death
Careful! The host's instincts are taking over!
Ha! I can
Good
smell your
for
rotten
another
flesh.
shot.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
I see.
Try to hide. I'm not fully in control.
Creature!
I can't hold myself back. Hide if you can.
Fire will guide me to you, fiend!
The Maiden's judgment.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
My strength returns.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Calls.
Who was that?
Ensura, calcula, rectifica.
Ah, swift
I can't
justice.
hold myself back! Hide if you can!
What hard thing made that noise?
I'm sorry.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
The fire longs for your...
Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
Measure. Calculate.
The better part.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Well now.
We will feed your carcasses to the pyre.
My strength returns.
Judgment awaits
Your crimes are severe. Let's get a better view.
Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
We will feed your carcasses to the
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can
Send
promise
you
I
my
won't
resolve.
do. I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can!
thrilling. I can see it. Nothing hides from the eyes of a prognosticator.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Your
Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
Your soul bleeds.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can!
Let fate be
Apologies.
our
Is
judge.
anybody hurt? Stick them with the pointy end.
Still breathing. Still so good for another shot.
Greatness personified.
The white crow stands ready. The crow flies. Let fate be our judge. It's done. Thank you for waiting, Confessor.
Oh, it is no trouble at all. I'm enjoying not being questioned for once. Now, shall we continue? Dearest maiden, bringer of fire, who has been judged in our name, Teresa has begun to walk the difficult journey of your life. Her past has been revealed so that she may be judged as you were before us.
Maiden, I give myself to the judgment of the fire. May it test the conviction of my soul. And should I be found wanting, let it consume me.
Are we sure this isn't a terrible idea?
Hush!
Oh! She burned for us. She freed us all. I could not stop it. Maiden, help me. I must not waver. Her fire will guide us.
Teresa, have you weathered the storm?
I need another moment. Go ahead without me.
Are you certain? Let me call an apothecary.
I am fine. Thank you. Now please, before I embarrass myself further.
Sharpshooter, I can feel your soul weaken with each shadow that appears.
The maiden's path is never easy. A bolt for each, just like the last time. I will rot before I let the fire get the better of me. Judgment is at hand.
Dicho y hecho. Her fire will guide us. Her fire provides.
I've seen it happen. Blood will flow. I pray for your soul.
I watch her go with her accusers. I see her sentenced by false charges. Her word denies us of retribution.
The old world saw us breaking away and sent a tribunal to bring us back into the fold. They saw the maiden as a threat and concocted a false trial to remove her from power. We would have fought to the last for her, but she would not have it. Our swords were not meant for the living, she said. One bolt, one life.
I watch the pyre from the crowd. I see the fire light the straw. Her eyes look skyward as she burns.
The tribunal sentenced the maiden to be burned at the stake. Fire would be her executioner. A cruel gesture, no doubt intended to break our spirits forever. If only they had known the consequences of their folly. The future.
Watch the fire leave her frame. I see her adversaries burn. My throat is raw with exultation.
It was a miracle. The fire leapt from her burning body, engulfing her accusers. The Gawkers fled in panic, but the devout of us stayed, witnessing the dawn of a new age. And through all of it, she remained on the pyre, still looking skyward, still burning. And so she burns to this day. The shadows are scattered. Onwards, to the cathedral.
A new chapter in my memoirs.
How long has it been?
Good. My tobacco was getting stale. Dead and memorized. I like the taste of it. To see the world with different eyes. I have the distinct urge to judge
My
someone
galley
right
is the
now.
battlefield.
Pitiful creatures.
The verdict is clear. Let's get a better view. I still see it in my nightmares. The maiden set ablaze. I was there in the crowd. I could have done something to end her pain. But of course I didn't. And so she continues to burn. 100 years of suffering. Where is the justice in that? Justice is harsh.
The fire will test them, as it tests all.
Changing position.
If you must.
Still breathing.
Oh, this fervent
Still
fire!
safe.
I must hunt you down!
Calculate. Someone must rekindle this flame.
Phew, that seems out of reach.
Rectifica.
My judgment awaits.
I assure you that was just as unpleasant for me.
Ugh,
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
How I will
Maiden's
enjoy
judgment awaits,
purging
Creep.
your-
Try to hide, I'm not fully in control.
I am an arbiter of the maiden.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Through the flames.
They must have.
I have yet to see you
I
miss,
got
right?
caught up in the flame there.
Guide me to you.
My
I
qualities
can't
are
hold
myself back! Hide if you can!
Thanks for your.
I knew
can
this would
smell
happen.
your rotting flesh.
Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
Calcula rectifica.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Does it shelter you? The Maiden's judgment awaits in the shuts, perhaps?
A small break for you. I can't get there.
I can smell your rotting flesh.
Apologies. Is anybody hurt?
For desperate times, one bolt, one life. My verdict is final.
Toya, ready. Quickly.
Is that?
My grasp of this body is slipping.
Simple.
Measure, calculate, rectify.
Try to hide.
My
I'm not
sight
fully in control.
reaches far.
The fire will guide me.
Oh, this fervent fire. I must hunt you down.
Ah, swift justice.
My blade is ready.
Careful, when I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do.
Flesh.
Someone
Mensura,
must rekindle this flame.
calcula.
Luckily,
What
this is
they
a place
deserve.
where I can't go.
Yet justice has been
It
granted.
seems I lost myself there for a moment.
Death
can
is
help if
not
you let
defeat.
For desperate times.
In a moment.
Teresa, ready to serve. It's done. Death comes to reach.
Anyone hungry? I'm approaching the objective.
The final step on the Maiden's path. The beacon of suffering.
Charming name.
The Maiden suffers eternally to keep the fire alive. It is the ultimate act of devotion.
Ever imagined a world where Blackbeard had doused that flame?
I've lost the taste for fantasies. Now let us clear the final beacon. The fire hungers for us.
Let's try a new recipe. Move like water. A heavy customer. Quickly.
That's going to be a shot to remember. Ah, that's quite the range.
I'm here. The Mali you remember. A refined decision. That's cool. Good taste.
Enough. Let us talk.
Another shot. Yokai! The oldest tricks are the best.
Careful, my other. There is danger in the air. My other. We must tread.
Follow the noise.
Someone is stalking us. We see with many eyes. You are strenuously urged to reveal yourself.
Very traditional. A familiar tune.
The court is in session. The future calls. I am your executioner.
Balanced to perfection.
Ah, swift.
I am the blade. On my way. Who?
Measure, calculate, rectify.
Now we fight as one. The maiden's judgment awaits, creature. The maiden's embrace shall be denied to you. Feed your carcasses to the pyre.
The longest shot.
Your weapon's
Your
dull
bond is
against
unholy.
the chain that links us. Mensura! Calcula! Enjoy your final respite in the green!
I can smell your rotten flesh.
The White Crow stands ready. I've seen it happen.
Well, we will feed your carcasses to the fire. The fire longs for your
Mensura,
cursed soul.
calcula, rectifica.
Strange.
The fire longs for your cursed soul.
I'm always prepared. The fight begins. The expected outcome. Preparation is key. That's some spice.
For desperate times.
The burdens of nobility.
Change.
That won't be a challenge.
Slice and dice. Our objective is clear. A memory for the Mari's.
I knew this would come. I see where this is going.
Greatness personified. Visi Vincem. Ah, let's take another view.
Hey! Sufficient.
There's an unparalleled sense of
Hesitation is
self-importance here.
defeat.
Very inspiring.
I'm here. In a moment.
Teresa, para servirle. It's done. Confessor.
I was beginning to worry. Are you certain you wish to continue?
I've never been more ready.
Very well. Kneel, Teresa. Holy maiden, hallowed be thy suffering. I bring to you, Teresa, whose faults have been revealed and judged.
Maiden, I am ready to bear your pain. Through your anguish, I will be cleansed. Through your eternal agony, I will...
Teresa?
Damn it all! Why put me through this torture? As if I hadn't suffered enough. She was everything to me, and they took her away, and I did nothing. And now she suffers forever because of this parasite, this damned fire. Ah! Traitor! Betrayer! Failure!
What's going on?
Her soul was thrown into chaos. If she doesn't fight her shadows, we may lose her for good.
You hear that, White Crow? Get shooting.
I'm tired. Perhaps this was always my fate.
You've been in tight spots before. You're the bloody White Crow, act like it.
Cheeky little runt. Very well. Once more unto the breach. I am the maiden's judgment. My sight reaches far. My gaze reveals the curse.
That's one shadow down.
Her bolt has returned on its own. She can shoot again.
You did nothing!
The maiden's teachings guide my shot. Her light illuminates my soul. She is my beacon in the darkness. She is my island in the sea.
Failure!
Her soul is at a critical point.
Keep it up, White Crow.
You did nothing!
In her name I judge the wretches, the foul, the evil, and the cursed.
You let it happen!
Let me remind you.
By her law, I separate the wicked from the just, the sinners from the devout. And thus, through my blood and tears and unyielding faith,
Teresa. Teresa! Teresa!
I ease the suffering of this world. Ship, how does my soul fare?
It has stabilized. Even better. It seems invigorated.
Teresa?
Confessor?
I'm not sure what happened. Forgive me, but I have bungled the rite.
It is quite all right. We have finished here.
You concluded the rite yourself. Marvelous.
Come. You look pale. Why not sit down for a moment?
This is where we part ways, I presume.
You have my thanks. I know it couldn't have been easy.
Oh, I had a jolly good time. Doubly so considering I was traveling with the Cursed.
So you knew?
It wasn't hard to figure out. But when you approached me, I admit, I was quite intrigued.
That's not all, is it? You aren't truly blind, either.
Technically, no. Though I feel my corruption is quite harmless.
Look at us. Two damned souls chatting away in the maiden's hallowed house.
Do you think she minds? The world has changed much since her time.
I think she weeps for what her Inquisition has become.
She might. But if wretches like us still carry her light, perhaps all is not lost.
Farewell, Confessor. I hope you find your own way in these strange times. We are done here. To the exit.
That cheeky priest. I like his guts.
It's been a while.
With kind regards. The crow flies.
Careful! The host's instincts are taking over! Ugh, the stench of your corruption.
Otra ronda.
I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can!
The future calls.
I am an armor. Try to hide! I'm not fully in control!
Your crimes are severe.
Time, measure, oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
My strength returns.
I can't hold myself back! Hide if you can!
That was no mere animal.
We will feed your carcass to the pirates.
Calcula! Rectifica!
I can smell your rat.
Try to hide! I'm not fully in control!
Here. No torch can be without the flame.
The fire longs
I
for
cannot
your
reach
cursed
them.
soul.
Careful! When I get you, there is nothing I can promise I won't do. Oh, this fervent fire! I must hunt you down!
My qualities are needed.
Swift justice. Death comes
Apologies.
to you.
Is anybody hurt? I got caught up in the flame there. I won't be able to hide after that.
That was no mere animal.
The maiden's judgment awaits, creature! Measure, calculate, rectify! The fire longs for your cursed soul! Ha! I can smell your rotting flesh! Shadows of fled.
Good. My tobacco was getting stale.
the better part of me.
Dirty work. One less soul to taste.
Ready to serve. Move with speed.
If you must.
The court is in session.
You need to ask. You can't afford it. That won't be a challenge.
Back to the money. The galley awaits.
Step through the infernal portal.